There are times on this channel where I wheel a machine out that looks terrible, but is actually probably one of the most rare machines we will ever see. This is a Dirt Devil Eclipse Plus, a machine that gives the Dyson DC40 a decent modicum of build quality. A machine that flexes only slightly more than the ones on my V11 do after a year. This is a very budget 1990s vacuum. There aren't many survivors. This certainly has its flaws as well, but we're going to take a look at it and see what it's all about. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? This is not mine. I say not mine sadly, it's not mine, it's probably not a bad thing. This belongs to Mr. James, and my dad picked it up because it was by his house and it's worked its way to me anyway. And of course I want to have a look at it because yeah, you know, you can take your Hoover Turbo Masters or your Hoover Power Pluses or your Hoover Centratronics, machines which to some people are complete unicorns. This, to me, is a unicorn. It is more rarer than possibly machines that you would think are quite rare, certainly more deserving to be rare. This would have been 70 odd quid max in the catalogues, and obviously sold when Dirt Devil were making a thing of it, and were owned by Royal, made in the USA. This is an American vacuum cleaner. Royal Appliance Manufacturer Company, Cleveland, Ohio, and it is terrible plasticky wise. The wheels are so loose that they are starting to wear into the sides of the machine. It certainly works a lot better when it's not being wheeled around. Let me move the camera up and we'll work from the top down and see what this thing has to offer. And starting at the top, well, first off we have a hole where the crevice tool should go. Yes, we do not have a crevice tool. We have tools, as I'm sure the more astute of you can't see. Hang on, crikey, that lighting's terrible. That's slightly better. Because it's black, it just sucks all the light out, and that looks, ooh, I can see that on my, yeah, bit of plastic. Yes, we have built-in tools to a certain degree, because yes, we have a hose, but the hose is not attached to the machine. To attach the hose, you take this end, you pop the little cover off, and in goes the hose. And now we have a hose. The only tools that we have is a telescopic, admittedly, plastic telescopic extension one. That's it. We don't have a crevice tool anyway, and I don't think this would have had a dusting brush. It probably would have done, actually, it would have clipped there. So yes, we have no small tools, but we have some. And yeah, that is its tools. Now, effectively, with that turned off, it is a machine that doesn't have any. We open up the bag door, which comes off like so, very flimsy and plasticky. Yeah, well, that could say 1996, but it would be age appropriate. We have the bag door. For some reason, that there's a blanked off plate there with the bag full indicator chopped down there. Oh, hello! Found it. Right. Trying to peel off that piece of foam. Look. We have a date wheel which says 1994. Where are we? October 1994 to be exact. That makes a great deal of sense. we take the bag off, because yes, it has a bag. It actually looks like the same bag that we've had on Dirt Devils before on this channel, and is certainly crying out for a HEPA flow. This is a Type D bag. I presume it's an actual Dirt Devil bag. I'm not getting the idea it's not, although it's incredibly long. Look, it's as long as the machine itself. And then down here, have a very odd shaped filter, which would have had some writing on it, but not so much now. But it's good that's in good condition, because we're going to have to wash that, because I might not be able to find a filter for this thing very easily. Well, let's push the bag on and check it pushes on. Oh, come on. So I did that off camera when I set up to have a look down the bottom. Now the underneath of this machine is where things get very interesting indeed, because although this machine is from 1994, which makes it 2004, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 25 years old, blimey. Look, the brush roll is immaculate with very stiff bristles. However, going by how easy that is to turn, I do believe that I do need to find myself a crosshead screwdriver, and we need to take this off because it needs a belt. I don't have any Dirt Devil Eclipse belts. I have looked, so we're going to have to find something that fits, which is fine. Oh, have I got all the screws off? Yes, I have. Ew. Many dead animals in here. Oh, hello. The belt's not snapped, look. It is intact, it's just fallen off the motor spindle. That's handy. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of shed storage evident. If I can just fiddle this belt on, that's good then. I think it's been slipping on the brush roll, so I've flipped it around, so at least the not smooth side of the belt is there. And in theory, if I've got the end caps on the right way round, which I haven't, there we go, look. That's now rolling nicely. Oh, this is good. I thought we were going to have to faff around finding belts and all sorts. That's good if it's got a working one. We'll pop the 3 screws back on again. It feels cheap. This whole thing is a cheap machine, which is again why not many of them survive, because they would have been bought as a cheap machine and probably thrown away when the bag filled up, which is why you don't really see many nowadays. And with that done, hopefully we can withdraw the cable from all the dual flexible cord hooks. I mean, again, look, the plug's even got that on it, but it's a modern plug, so I don't know if it's just had a new plug on it for whatever reason, because that's a very modern plug on there. Then we'll come over to here, and I shall provide it some power. And I've not used it with a working brush roll, so this is going to be very interesting indeed. That's a bit brutal. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. However, I do think we need something with a bit more pile. So it's Bye Bye Orange Carpet and Hello Rug, which will hopefully show the grooming just a little bit better. It's not that nice to push, I'll be completely honest, and the whole thing feels very staticky. But that brush roll, I don't know if in America do you get pretty good brush rolls on what are effectively cheap, nasty machines. In the UK, we don't really do it. This was in the UK. This would have an awful little plastic roller with some string on the end of it. That is a very good brush roll. I've also just found my paper clip as well, so we'll pop that back in there. Tool suction, well, it's weird because, and again, if I tip you up, you're not going to see it. I might be able to make it a bit lighter in the edit, but the suction always tries to come out of here. And it basically makes it into some sort of diversion valve. So when you put the hose in, I think this is the only cleaning fan upright I've ever known to have suction that's worse than a Hoover turbo power. Oh, that's terrible. I want to now see what. Yeah, because when you got the suction, when you got the hose in, there's nothing to block off the suction going down to, you know, the motor. So even without the bag, and I won't pick any dirt right now, but wrong button. That is so strange. Yeah, it's not as if it even pushes in and flips a valve. Literally the suction just comes out of somewhere else as well. That's pretty awful. Yeah, probably no wonder these things are terrible. Right, we'll get that back on there. Oh, we'll get that back on. And yeah, we'll put the hose on, and all you really have to do is push one end into there, clip the other end onto this very stiff hose clip, and then find the notch, which doesn't really line up with anything anyway, and then we'll get our telescopic ones, we'll unlock them, push it down, and that can go. Actually goes in the bag. That's quite nice. It's only nice because it's so interesting. And it's certainly a vacuum cleaner that works better on the floor rather than through the tools. And yes, what an oddity it is. So I have this for a while. I am going to give it a full refurb. Again, I'm not going to charge Mr. James any real money at all for it. But I'm probably not going to see one of these again. I've never seen one before. So I'm not banking out much hope on seeing one again. yeah, I really want to see if a full refurb perks it up at all. So there we go. That's the Dirt Devil Eclipse. Oh god, model number 6750 UKA from Plant D. What's Plant D, my American chums? Please tell me. Yeah, it's flimsy. The wheels are starting to rub through already. It doesn't push itself along very nicely on the carpet, but oh, dang nammit, it's so rare. It needs to be saved, which it has been. Mr. James is going to save it, and if he doesn't want it and wants to pass it on to another collector, the very least that I can do for collector kind is make it as good as it can be, because yeah, it's rare, but it's rare for all the wrong reasons. Bless its little heart. So there we go, folks. The before and first look at this Dirt Devil Eclipse Plus. I hope you've enjoyed, and it should hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.